Hello traders and welcome back to another market update. We're here taking a look at the Euro USD. We're going to go through some currency pairs and talk a little bit about what's going on in the market at the time being. Now, we're going to start here with Euro USD, and what you'll notice is that Euro dollar is actually at a really interesting level of resistance. Now, if you look here, what you'll notice is that we've got a couple different points of support back here, which now are acting as resistance. But right now we are kind of testing the boundaries of that resistance because price looks like it wants to try and pop over that level. If we do get over that level and we hold, I would say there's a pretty good chance we could actually see price make a rise back to something like this level here, which is the 1.1142 roughly, or the previous high right around that 1.14220. So those are a couple levels that I see price going to if we get the proper breakout, but we're not quite there yet, and resistance is still resistance, so it's very possible that we could roll over and continue actually to stay back in this range. So if price does show more signs of weakness, which we are seeing a good bit of as price is being rejected here, I would say there's probably a good chance. I'd say the most likely scenario is that we do roll over and probably see price make a move back down to the previous kind of low of this range. That's just my 2 cents there on euro dollar. GBPUSD is our next one, and what you'll notice is GBPUSD is kind of fighting two different trends. We've got the downtrend here, but we've also got this kind of the early buds of a uptrend right here, right? So the big thing here is watching for me the break of either one of these directions. If we were to shoot up, right, if we were to see the break above, this would be very interesting to me for a long position. And on the downside, same sort of thing, looking for the retest, looking for that continuation, and the retest on either one of these setups to me looks like a pretty good setup that I personally like. Next up, we'll take a look at USDJPY. Dollar yen here, kind of chopping around, not too decisive, but if we actually drop it down to the 1 hour chart, personally, I've actually been watching this pair just for a breakout here. I do like the bullish setup here. If we were to get a nice break above, right, something like this, to me looks pretty good. Looking for the break of this key zone of resistance that's held multiple times. That's going to be where it really kind of piques my interest personally. Gold is our next one. Gold still trending up, still seeing some strength here, as we have seen for months now. Price still kind of rising overall. I think very possible that as we hover here towards the top, we're probably going to retest the highs, but if we don't, if we see a lower high, right, that could be bearish, right? The big thing here would be looking for that rollover on the lower high. We haven't seen it yet, but something to think about if you are somebody who is considering the idea of being on a sell on gold. U.S. oil is our next one here. U.S. oil making a really good recovery from the previous lows. You'll notice price came down here, found a low, and has really held that level since then. Now, we've come up to a recent level here, which is big. This gap right here has not yet been filled, and price came up right to where the point where it had opened up, but we have not tried to actually break through that. If we start to break through that, I would say that's a pretty powerful breakout zone, and we could actually see price want to just immediately run up and fill that rather quickly if we do see the continued bullishness here on U.S. oil. So looking for that break might be an interesting one to look at. Next up is USD Swiss. This is dollar Swiss, and what you'll see here is this one is very, very choppy lately. If we actually take it to the 4 hour chart, you can see it a little better. There it is. You see a lot of choppiness on this pair, very back and forth. And if you're a range-bound trader, this can actually be kind of a cool pair to be trading right now, just because we've had so much back and forth. There might be some good chances to sell resistance and buy support. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video, and we'll see you back next time.